a sense of community when you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Well, I'm so pleased to welcome back to the show my friend, Daniel Stoin. Hi, Daniel.
Hi, Nancy. Hi, everybody.
I just want to tell the audience that Daniel and his wife, Cathy, have dedicated their lives to raising funds to help children, and they take nothing for themselves. So, Daniel, tell me about some of the events you've done and then maybe some of the things that are coming up.
Well, some of the things that we've done, Nancy, obviously, as you know, and you kind of said it, for children. And we started this years ago, but we follow Shriners because they obviously are the parent pretty much of where children go in need. And St. Jude's, which we work with now. But we've dedicated a lot of the shows we did. Example would be like an American Legion show. We go do a show. We call it the Town Hall, Daniel Stoin's Town Hall Concert Series. We have a separate link for it. But we go do a show, American Legion, VFW, Eagle, we don't care where. Right. What we care about is the word gets out to help Shriners, Love to the Rescue. We have a site there. Also, Gentry J Fund. We have a site available. That's on my world website. That would be danieltour2019.com. You can go there and you'll find the story and obviously some interesting facts about what we're about. But to go on further with what we do and what we plan to do, what we've done is, and I'm so happy, but not enough, is we've helped almsgivers. We've helped veterans. We were able to raise $64,000 in one event, which to me, just made me feel good. I can't explain it. Now, I am a war veteran, and in combat in Vietnam, I've seen a lot of death, a lot of pain.
Yeah.
My way of healing is what they're telling me because, I had to go through therapy. I had to find my way home. I went through combat and things didn't seem right. So what happened is I dedicated myself to doing something good. Came a turn where I said, wow, I can't just sink in this hole, this bottomless pit, called PTSD, they call it. I got to do something. I got to have a life. So it felt good playing the guitar. Felt good. Then one day somebody said, you're pretty good. You should do something with that. I was studying the ministry at the time. And we had some roadblocks. Our daughters died, 3 of them, at different times. One at 6 months, one at 32 years old, and one at birth. So we've had some stumbling blocks and couple that with the war. So I find healing in healing and helping people. And so I dedicate these shows I do. And no, we're not at rock star status as musicians. We're at that status where we're reaching for the stars to help children. Yeah. That's what we're up to. Fame and fortune means, I'm 76 years old. What's left for me in life is the good that I can leave behind that I did with my life. Not what I need to take, but what I need to give. By the grace of God, I'm lucky to be here. Yeah. To continue the circle, though, but what we want to do, I want to help Veterans Retreat Foundation because I love what they're doing. What they're doing is they're taking veterans that are lost and confused, like many veterans get, come back with a little pain. So you might take this pill that they give you and you take that pill. Meanwhile, the pain's still there. And the problem is when the pills quit, the pain comes back and it's twice as bad because they've numbed out some of the stuff that probably you should have remembered and you could have dealt with better instead of finding it out late in life like a lot of us guys. But what I want to do is help this retreat foundation because they take veterans to a farming system and teach them nature, to live on the farm, to grow food. In the worst of times, something we might all have to do, God forbid, but but they teach them farming. They give them a purpose, a place to live, a trade, something they can go out and buy a piece of land one day themselves and do something with it, something to reach for. I find that fabulous. And there's so many organizations like that. What we do with our music, quite frankly, we give our music to those organizations at no cost. We charge nothing for travel, expense, food, lodging, nothing. Because when we say we give 100%, we mean it. I wear a cross. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in God. I hope I don't offend many people. I still believe that most of us are like that. But one thing I want to say is I'm proud of what I did in my life. I'm proud of the fact that I'm a veteran, but I'm sad about what I remember.
Right. Yeah.
Because right now in Ukraine, those news events to some people are horrendous. Certainly, we're human. We have love in our souls. But to a veteran, it's an absolute trauma. And I'm suffering that myself right now. I can't deal with it. So I do more. I want to play more, do more, and travel more, and do more shows and raise every penny I can and contribute, whether it's homes they need, whatever. It's small. I'm a grain of sand on the beach of life. I just believe that if I keep hammering away, a grain of sand develops more grains of sand. We become a mound. Who knows? We build a mountain. Who knows? But as a grain of sand, I'm on the beach of life, and I'm going to do what I can.
Right.
The future holds for us more American Legion shows because they're in small town America, and I love that. I love seeing these small towns and traveling like that. Geez, that's so great. You know, it's seeing how America lives everywhere. Everybody having their little, ideas and concepts about life. Uniquely different, but still united in the same in a sense. Because most of these towns I travel to are God-fearing people. They're awesome. So I know in the news we see bad things, bad karma, bad this, bad that, bad this, bad that. We don't like this, they don't like that. Welcome to life.
Yeah.
Welcome to life. I mean, but we don't have to fight about it in front of our children because what we'll be getting is more fighting. Children grow up in hate. They're going to be hate. And that's what we're creating. We're the adults. Why are we going to war about anything? Don't make no sense to me. Why? We're all human. One God, one blood. I wrote that song. I said, one small stone we float alone in eternal space. One colored blood we all know. One human race. In the name of God we cry, and still our children die. That song means a lot to me because when I do write a song, it has soul. It's something that hurts me. And it hurts me that we hate each other. I seen the enemy in Vietnam die and I felt bad. I thought, wow, he has a family. Wow, we're here, So these are the thoughts that go through this crazy old guy's mind and why I do what I do at 76. And yeah, I got more energy than I had because as we get older, I think that we develop a better sense of our journey. We know where we've been. We know all the bumps in the road that we bumped on. We know there's more coming, but there's less of them because we're smart enough not to run over them so much. And that's how I live my life now. Like I said, by the grace of God, I thank him. Thank you for my life. I don't have any regrets. We do what we do. It's a gift of life. That's what it's called, the gift of life. What we do with it is up to us. God doesn't direct us, each one of us, in my opinion, as a minister. I feel like God just gives us life. And we know, we have a conscience, unlike animals, we have a conscience. We know what's good, we know what's bad and what to do. And that's how I live my life, and then what we did in war, nobody with a conscience can ever tell me that what we do in war is okay, because it's not. We're fighting over stupidity, the very thing that we were warned about. So God bless everybody, by the way. Sorry about the sermon, but, it's just not a sermon. It's who I am when you listen to me, who I'm about, what my music's about. If you listen to my songs, like the Bird Flew Away song, That song was written because of the nuclear threats right now.
Right.
I looked out my window today. The skies were dark and gray. The clouds had went away and the birds are flying away. You know, that song to me goes back to when we were kids, Nancy, you and I, about worrying about an atomic bomb. Remember, they'd tell us, get under your desk in case of a new. Yeah, let's get under a wood pile, you know, with all the ball of fire coming at us.
Yeah.
That's how I can't believe it, you know. I look back at it and say, wow, you know, here we are again. You believe that we have stupid enough people to even talk about nuclear war, to even talk about it? What are we doing with them weapons? What on earth, in the name of God, are we doing with that?
Right.
Gee whiz. So I'm going to stay a musician, stay crazy, stay out there rolling through towns, warn the neighbors, we're still touring.
Good. Yeah. I just want to say something about war. It's like a country might win a piece of land. Okay. They might win land because it has something, but what have they lost? You know?
Oh, incredible, isn't it?
It is totally, totally incredible to me. And that we set up young people, right?
You can't, it's hard to put it into any kind of, I can't even have a conversation. I get dumbfounded. We're talking about nuclear weapons? What? We got starving children. What the hell? You people are going to blow the world up? We got starving children. They didn't ask to starve. They didn't ask to be here, but they're here. God said, hurt a little one and you have a millstone tied about your neck and a sea of fire forever. It's in the Bible. That's good enough for me. People way back then wrote some stuff. I read it. I believe it's probably the right way to go. And that's how I travel. That's my journey in life. I know that I get attacked like you do, probably for your thoughts and opinions. I'm sure I'll get attacked, but I'm always ready for the attack because it's right there. Can't change that.
I think
you can
need
smile
to
because you know it's true, and you smile. You can smile at your enemies even now as you get older. It's like, okay.
I think my opinion is we're allowed to have different opinions and we should respect other people for having different opinions. You know, Daniel, I might not believe the same way you do, but that doesn't matter, right? I look at a person, are you a good person or are you not a good person? I don't care whether you have religion or God or win in your life. I don't care. It's about how you behave.
Yep. It's a problem that we have though, Nancy. You and I see that. Our generation wasn't like it is now. People angry over words? What?
Yeah.
What? When I grew up, my mother said, sticks and stones will break your bones, but words will never hurt you. What the hell is going on now? You know, one word and people are suing each other, getting guns out, you know? So to me, you know, I take this journey as a growing up process.
Yeah.
We have now went through these ugly times, to me, pandemic and all the good stuff. But I think that we're still good people for the most part, and we're not being heard. And I think the good is starting to gather now.
Right.
I'm starting to see signs of it. I don't know about yourself, Nancy, up there in Canada, but down here, there are signs of people starting to gather and a good thought. One of the things you've probably seen on the news, like I have, these church people down in, I think it was Virginia. They started with this small get-together Christianity kind of movement. And now it's taken on a national, because they're saying that people with faith are being attacked. It's okay if you don't have faith. That's okay.
Yeah, but you don't
have to you don't need to attack somebody. I mean, I'm okay with you not having faith. I'm okay with it. That's up to you, because my faith says to me that I need my faith to get to where I hope I'll be for a long time, because the journey's long once you go through that final door.
Yeah, I feel the same way you do. I don't care whether, like I said, I don't care whether somebody has a faith or not. You're not.
Yeah. Don't bother me.
Makes no difference to me. It's how you behave, how you treat other people. You know?
Well, in the humorous side, I could say when I play my guitar, as long as you donate to the charity, I don't care what your faith is.
Very good. Yeah, very good. You know, I'm just thinking about giving too. What happens when you give? Like, for some reason today, before the interview, I was just thinking about one of the worst times during my life was watching my husband die slowly, painfully, and I could do nothing, absolutely nothing about
Helpless.
it. You know, totally helpless.
Wow.
I live in a condo, and what I do sometimes, I'll make cupcakes and I'll share them with people in my building just because I feel like it, you know?
Makes you feel good.
And yeah, it makes me feel good. And for that,
That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Everybody's got to do that. Everybody's got to get that feeling back. Remember the old days, Nancy, when the neighbors would bring a pie next door, or, you know, people get together in a community block.
Yes.
Now they get together and shoot each other. It's like, okay, to me, but again, the good news is, to me, I see a lot of better things being put on the news now. And I like that. I like the feeling I'm starting to get. I think there's some changes coming. I think we've had enough of it.
Good.
We've had enough of it. You know, it's okay to have an opinion. It's okay. You know, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Have it. Tell us. If we agree, guys, you got a new friend. If not, oh, well, keep having it. Somebody else will join you. Don't get mad because I differ with it.
Right.
And that's what I run into, as you have, I'm sure. And I now it's just a laugh to me. It's just, okay, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just a peace-loving old man. I did my combat years ago. I'm good with playing a guitar.
Right. You know, here in I live in a town of about 170, 180,000. And there's so many organizations now, nonprofit organizations, who are helping, doing simple things, you know, having a coffee day for seniors, maybe once a month or something. And those things are increasing here.
Yeah,
which
that's
I
what
think
I'm
is,
talking about.
yeah.
I'm seeing that too. I'm seeing groups getting together that are uptight about the way things are. So these better people, in my opinion, they're better because they don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
They're getting together in groups, and I'm seeing it more and more. That's what I'm saying. Down here, there seems to be a rift in a new direction where they're sick of the hatred. They're sick of political fights. God, our politicians, we didn't hire them to go there to argue. We hired them with our tax dollars to go there and make things better from where we are.
For everybody. Yes. Absolutely. Well, you know, we're going to end it there.
Okay.
I just want to encourage everybody now, if you've never helped somebody, and it doesn't have to be anything major. It doesn't have to be anything big. It just, one little thing maybe has a ripple effect.
Here's the ripple effect, Nancy, that's real big.
Yes. Yes.
Every time they play one of my songs on ReverbNation.com, that's Reverb Nation, all small letters, ReverbNation.com / all small letters, Daniel Tour 2019. Every time they play a song there, a sponsor donates money to those charities. So that if they don't have money, just give the song. If you can't stand my music, you still helped a child.
Wonderful. Yeah, exactly. And how can you not stand music? I mean, I don't care what kind of music it is. It's always a good thing, you know.
Yeah, well, I played good and I played bad, so I've been told. So.
Anyway, thank you, Daniel, and thank you, everybody, for watching. And again, you've been listening to Daniel Stoin, and I hope you heard some of the things he had to say, because it's important to listen. Sometimes we just have to listen. Thank you, everybody. Take care and peace out.
A sense of community, Chilliwack's a place to be. A sense of community where you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. It's multicultural, you're sure to see it all. Chilliwack's a place to be, you'll see. Come party in the park, go dancing after dark. Chilliwack's a place to be, you'll see.